It's always fun to start a brand new company with a completely new direction that no one's done before, and that's what How Do You Roll is all about. We understood that there was a market segment for sushi. We felt like there was definitely a demand for that. But what was interesting was no one ever gave the option over to the consumer and the customer. Meaning, when you want a sushi roll, you have to order whatever they give you, right? It's pre-made, the chef determines all that. And when we turned that world upside down by giving people choice and the ability for them to create their own roll, that's where the fun part really came into play.
This is the kind of food that somebody can eat every day, and you know you're not going to have health issues down the road. This is very healthy food. It still comes out just as fast. So when folks who are time crunched for lunch, they have 45 minutes to an hour to walk out of their office and come back to their desk. This is perfect.
A fast casual restaurant or any type of restaurant, you have to serve good food, you have to give good customer service. But if you're looking to put your money into something else that's going to really be there for a long, long time, you have to look what's behind the food, what's behind some of those things. And the staff that Yen's put together and the program, if you have any knowledge of franchise business or even maybe your first time franchising, when you spend a little time with them, you know there's something special there. And this is something that's going to be there for a very, very long time.
This was the best decision we made so far.
Yeah.
We have been very happy with this, with taking this step. We actually signed up in 2010 and we opened our first location last year. We're looking to open our second location this year because we've been very happy. Like I said, like the staff and the corporate, I mean the CEO is fantastic. Purely we invested in him. And we just love the growth that the company has taken in the last 2 years, and we see that it's going to grow a lot more.
I've been in franchising for 22 years. I've been through some other programs, and you know, your first day at training, you spend with Yen on the whole day, and we're talking about personnel and hiring, which is just powerful, right? I mean, a lot of other concepts, they're talking about their spreadsheets and food costs, which is all important things, and their products. But for Yen to put the emphasis on personnel and hiring, I mean, that's powerful as well.
They're very helpful with working with you to meet the core needs of your audience. If your customer base is looking for something slightly different than a traditional sushi roll, we can tweak that. Corporate gives us the support to go ahead and offer that on our menu. How do we work it into the line? We get all the support to that. We say, okay, our target market doesn't work with this traditional marketing program. How can we make that different to work for us? So immediately they come up with a plan and say, here's something you can try. That's the kind of support that we know we can get, because we pick up the phone, there's no leaving a voicemail and waiting 3 days. There's no shooting an email and waiting for 4 days. You get an instant response immediately. At the least, they'll say, okay, that's a great idea. We don't have it now, but we'll get it to you soon. And it is soon. That to us is a huge plus, because for one, I mean, this is our first business. It's our first time into the restaurant business, and we feel very comfortable being in this concept, being a part of this group. And I think that's going to be huge. You're not just one little piece in 35,000 restaurants, and you've got to reach out to 6 different layers of bureaucracy to get approval to do something.
Yeah, we're so glad we got in at the ground level, and we see all the changes, and we are part of the change, so it makes us feel really good.
Yeah.
When we opened this first restaurant, when I asked my eldest son, what does daddy do? He gets it. And he almost, in a funny way to me, he says, you know, daddy's making the world better by giving them better food. And so that's when, for me, is the realization of this makes a difference, and this is what's going to change the world.